Guys, it's Rick. Welcome back to the HD Vibe channel. If you'd like to see more tips, tricks, rides, reviews, installs on my Harley-Davidson touring motorcycles, as well as information about motorcycles and the motorcycle community at large, I ask that you please hit that subscribe button. And when you do subscribe, please leave a comment down below saying I subscribe so I can personally reach out and thank you for supporting the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon and select all so that you do get notified every time I do put out new content. So today I'm here with the 2021 Road Glide Special, and it's time to start upgrading some of the lighting that's on the back of these bikes. As you can see here, the lighting on this bike, the turn signals, is still incandescent bulbs, which to me, I don't feel safe riding around with just having those incandescent bulbs with those red bulb covers on there. So what we're going to do today is we're going to install some replacement products for those turn signals, which is Custom Dynamics 1157 Smart turn signals. We're also going to install the dual color sequential low profile bag lights by Custom Dynamics as well. So with that, let's get into it right after this. So guys, as you can see, again, these are the incandescent 1157 bulbs that come stock on the Road Glide Special. And what I'm going to do is actually replace them with these 1157 Smart dual color turn signals by Custom Dynamics. And I do want to say, I want to thank Custom Dynamics. They did send out these products as well as the low profile sequential bag lights, dual color as well, for me to show you guys. So I actually did a full install video on these on the Road King Special, and I will actually put a link in the description to that video so you can actually go back and see it. But it's pretty simple. I'm going to pop out these lens covers here on the stock ones, take out the incandescent bulbs, pop these in, and then put the smart controller, which is really the brains behind this 1157 Smart turn signal kit, which will go up underneath the seat. They actually run and brake in red, and then turn signals are actually amber, which I like that feature. Custom Dynamics is the only company in the LED industry that actually has this technology, and it's patent pending. So let me put these in and then we'll show you what that looks like. So here's what you get in the package. I mean, obviously, as always, Custom Dynamics has some great instructions. Very straightforward, some color pictures, so it shows you sort of everything that comes in the package. But I'll go ahead and show you. So you get, obviously, the low profile bag turn signal. So essentially this one would be oriented this way for this bag. So you have two of those, one for each side. This is the connector that goes into the BCM, and that will actually just connect right into the smart controller that came with these 1157 turn signals. And then you get some cable ties and these connectors that actually go on the bag, and those just 3M tape on as well. And then they actually also send you the alcohol pads that you'll need to clean this off so that you make sure that you have no wax or grease on here so that this 3M tape sticks well. And then you do the same on the inside of the bags. But again, I'll step you through step by step so you don't have to worry about the instructions, but they're always there, and Custom Dynamics is always there to help you out. Before I get started installing this, I went ahead and connected the BCM connector to the smart module that is on the 1157 turn signals. And the way to tell the right from the left is actually the left has a purple wire in this connector and the right has a brown wire in that connector. So that way you know that they are set up right, and this way you test them before you actually stick them on the back of the bike. So I'm going to test the turn signals here. So left turn signal looks like it's working well, as you can, and as you can see, this is a dual color, so it is flashing in amber. So let's do right, make sure it's functioning properly, and it looks like it certainly is. We'll do the brakes, and we're getting the strobing pattern. So really, again, lighting up the back of that bike when you do come to a stop, and you'll see it flashes, I think 6 times, and then it goes actually to solid. And then we'll make sure our emergency hazard flashers are working properly, and then they are. So So now I'm really ready to start installing these lights on the bags with the 3M tape that's on the back of this, and they go actually just right under these bag lids. We'll go ahead and get started on this left side bag. So again, the orientation of this is going to be somewhere along these lines. So they do fit pretty snugly to the bike. I actually just leave a little bit of a gap between the lid of the bag and the light, and that's kind of how we will orient them for this installation. But first, remember again, we need to really get all the grease and any wax that might be on there, and that is really, we just kind of do this with these alcohol pads that are provided by Custom Dynamics. So pretty simple. I'll just wipe that down, and then we'll start the installation process of the actual light. Okay, so nothing real magic, just kind of make sure that you don't have any dirt on here to begin with, so you don't get any scratches, and just kind of lightly rub that alcohol pad across there, and as you can see, it kind of picks up a little bit of grease and dirt, and then kind of let that dry a little bit. You can see, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but it will dry fairly quick. Obviously alcohol, when it's in the air, it dries pretty quick. So the other thing you want to do is make sure that you put this alcohol pad back in its little pouch here for use on the other bag, as well as on the inside of these bags when you have to put the little wire tab connectors along the inside of the bag. So after that dries, this obviously has the double-sided 3M tape on here, and some people like to just kind of rub their fingernail on this to activate that just along this red tape covering that's on here. Just kind of scrape it a little bit. I don't know that it's really all that necessary. This is on the left side bag. It does have the purple wire. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's got a purple wire right there. So that, you know, as your location, again, you can kind of see how this orients, and you just want to leave a little bit of space between the actual bag and the light itself. You can kind of just eyeball it up a little bit. And again, I've got the bike set level on here. It may not look like it on the camera, but I do have my jack underneath it to keep the bike level, and it's not on the stand, so it's easier to see. So what I'll do now is just kind of get this oriented, peel off this backing on this tape, and then we'll stick that on there. So you can see I've got these on the double-sided tape, and you just kind of press these in place, and as you can see, really lights up the back of that bike, gives you that sequential turn signal in amber. And then the next step, what we have to do is really secure this wiring that runs back to the BCM module and the smart connector in here, the smart module, to the back of the bag. So what you have to do for that is then obviously disconnect this main wiring harness from the BCM connector, and then we need to run this along the back side of the bike. And in order to do that, you need to remove this bike, and we're going to use the supply connectors, and I'll show you how to do that step by step. So now we're ready to attach the wiring that's going to run back to the BCM harness, and in the instructions it shows you the 3 locations to essentially route this wire. So the first is really just, it's hard to see in there, but it's just kind of like right below where these screws are for the latches of the bags. And then the second one is kind of in the middle of this, where the indentation is for the shock absorber. And then the last one just goes below here where the connection is for the saddlebag into the bike. So what I'll do is just kind of clean this off with the alcohol again in these general areas. I kind of wiped it off. The bags are a little bit dirty, but not terrible. Use these little connectors, and they will just essentially just stick like this. You'll stick those on there, and then you'll zip tie with the provided zip ties in the bag of goodies that comes along with this. You just zip tie these wires along here, and then that will be that. And we'll be ready to actually just put this bag back on then. So So I've got this all in. So again, the 3 connectors here that 3M tape on, here, here, and here. Those look good. Just zip tie it. Again, make sure you get enough room on this one so that you're not pulling this too tight, because this does have to go in for the shock absorber. And then you're just gonna trim these zip ties off once you got them on. Pretty straightforward, just clip those off. And once you get those clipped off, then you get your connector again. So we're ready now to really put the bag back on. We'll repeat this for the other bag, and then this installation will be essentially complete. We've gotten the 1157 smart turn signals on. We've got the low profile sequential dual color turn signals on the bags. And now this bike is really lit up a lot better. I feel a lot safer now than when I was riding this bike with just those incandescent bulbs with those red lens covers. I've got smoke covers on here, and as you can see, the turn signals are super bright. So again, another great product from Custom Dynamics. Again, I want to thank Custom Dynamics for sending these out so I could show you guys how to install these bag lights. The 1157, again, go check out the video. I'll have the link to it for the full installation process along with the smart controller. Great technology. And I am so happy to be able to put these on this bike and all of my other bikes as well. So with that, I want to leave you with this. Life is short, get out and ride the bike. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye now.